county is somebody's birthday, so I want to acknowledge who that person is. But no, just want to say, let everybody know that it is Larry's birthday, and just appreciate what he has brought to the county. It's been a pleasure serving next to him for the last 6 years, so wish him the best, and we're not going to sing him happy birthday, so I'm not going to embarrass him that much.
Yeah, don't do that, and it's been hard to keep that quiet today. It's Jeannie's fault.
Yeah.
I'd have been fine if no one knew.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So if you would join us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The first item on our agenda is the approval of the minutes. We have one set of minutes from our March 19th meeting.
I don't see any corrections.
Okay. I should say as well that Jared is off on vacation with his family. So if there's no changes, I'll step down and make a motion that we approve the minutes from the March 19th commission meeting.
And I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion is approved. Item number 2 is Employee of the Month, Kellie Payne.
Good afternoon. Our April Employee of the Month is Steve Maxfield from our IT department. I don't know that anybody really gets to understand Steve because he is like really just full of knowledge. I love everything about this kid. And I just truly appreciate him. I wasn't the one to nominate him. It was actually Zach, so if you would like to join me. But I do want to say that Steve has actually just celebrated his 10 years with Carbon County. So, yeah, January of 2015. Yeah.
I don't understand either, but
I love everything. He's like just a wealth of knowledge.
So as you two know, I like this podium. This is how I get to talk at it without being ridiculed. But I like to appreciate and show appreciation for fellow employees at the county. And I have a whole new appreciation for Steve and the IT department. But I have recently transitioned. I'm one of the long timers with the county. And in the last couple of months, I've switched over to the communications department, which I absolutely love. But in the last 6 months, Steve has bent over backwards to help me learn things. And he is so patient and understanding and never berating or belittling, or he brings it down to my level and my terms and will spend the extra time with me. And he's just been fantastic. And the things that I hear that he's done and know that he's done to save the county money, and as a steward of the public's money, I think that's a very important thing, that we have those employees in our organization that are willing to, you know, we always hear about taxes and things like that, and we all hate it, but Steve is one of those that fights to keep that cost down for our county and for the public. And I think Steve very much deserves this recognition. So thank you.
Thanks, Ed.
Oh, wait a minute.
Now, IT guys typically don't want to say a lot, but Steve, we do have an open mic if you'd like to say any words.
no, hey.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate it. He's not a bad photographer either. So, moving on, item number 3 is the Super Service Award. Tina Grange.
Hello, Commissioners. So this nomination came in from somebody in the public. Connor works in the drive-thru at lunchtime. He's always so kind and nice. He gives great recommendations and is always so pleasant and respectful. I look forward to going because he's so inviting and just makes me happy. So our April Super Service Award goes to Connor Bakelar with Taco Time.
Yeah, take a picture.
Do you want to say anything?
I don't know. of you, but I know some of your faces. I appreciate it, so thank you guys.
I like a crisp bean.
No.
Thank you, Connor.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. And your daughter's little, she is a jewel and has a jewel, so awesome. Yeah. Item number 4 is consideration and possible approval of public arts grant memorandum of understanding applicants. Helper Brewing LLC, Alexandra Fuller, and Lo and Behold LLC, and Boys and Girls Club.
Hello, Commissioners. So we have just completed our process of scoring our public art grant applications. As you know, our tax advisory board recommended a budget of $30,000 this year to, again, open up public art grants. Public art is such a important part of our community. It helps beautify our community. It starts conversation. It brings community together. And it's also something that visitors really like seeing and taking selfies and posting on social media. So we're happy to be a part of this. We did receive 5 applications. 3 of them qualified for the grant. And so Helper Brewing Company, they actually partnered with Chris over at the museum. He's an artist, and they are doing an outdoor mural on the rail car that's just right outside that they use for storage. They need it, and so they're gonna beautify that and make it great. And then Alexandra Fuller, she partnered with Helper City, and she is doing a piece on the sidewall of the Rio Theater that's more of a photography piece. And then the Boys and Girls Club of Greater Salt Lake with the Price Club on 100 North, the whole side of their building, they're proposing a mural. And I will just say they are, they're amazing. They're going to work with the kids that go to the club, and the kids will play a part in creating or painting the mural, and also handprints to make butterflies. And so those are the 3 applications we have. The total for all 3 is $22,400.
Okay, great. If you would, for those who are curious, they may want to know where this grant money has come from.
Yeah, so this grant money, this one specifically comes from the restaurant tax that we collect. And we like to use the portion of a restaurant tax to go back to things in the community. So those are some of the things that help fund grants like this. Training for our stakeholders, we also do that as well. So that's where this money comes from. It is a matching grant, so the applicants do have to match it with either in-kind or cash dollars.
Perfect, thank you.
You bet.
No questions. I'll make the motion that we approve the Public Arts Grant Memorandum of Understanding for applicants Helper Brewing LLC, Alexander Fuller, Lo and Behold LLC, and the Boys and Girls Club.
I'll step down in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 5 is open sealed bid request for proposal for commercial valuation services. Amy Peters. If you wanted to speak to this, you'd be more than welcome to, and if not, we can.
Thank you, Commissioners. I'm not sure if we received any. We have one. Do you want me to
Great.
open it, or do you want to open it?
Okay, we're good.
And tell us what it's for.
Oh, okay, yes. It is for appraising any commercial property that is in our county. So we need it for any businesses, their property, and then cost analysis on their business. Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so we've received one, and it is from Johnson Appraisal in St. George, Utah. And let's see, they give us an amount here.
Seth makes that look so easy, doesn't he?
It
I'm
does.
just, they're all so different every time, right? it just looks like they've put down their qualifications. I guess you can read over the entire thing.
Commissioners, I asked that we could review this in our own time and then make a decision on whether we accept or deny this bid. Just to check for credentials and establish.
Sure, that's a good idea.
So there is a lot of costs or a lot of things in here. Detailed review would be $240,000. This amount of time required may vary. His fee for services would be $200 an hour. I will incur all charges for transportation, meals, housing. An $80,000 retainer would be required. An additional $80,000 will be billed when 50% of the appraisals are complete. Annual updates would be at $200 an hour.
Thank you, Gina.
I'll make the motion that we acknowledge the bid from Johnson Appraisal of St. George and authorize Amy and Kevin and whoever else to make a recommendation and just let us know what you plan to do there.
Thank you so much.
I'll step down and second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes.
Thank you
Thanks,
so much.
Amy.
Okay.
Item number 6 is consideration and possible approval of Resolution 2025-01, authorizing the interlocal agreement for the RC Solar Community Reinvestment Project area. Commissioner, we do have in front of us an opportunity for another solar project in Carbon County. We've had some conversation as far as incentives and timing and all of that, and we're glad to see some more growth in our community, which will help the tax base, and it's good to see growth. So,
Yeah, I think this project is a phase 2 of the project that was built down on the east end of Wellington. And there are multiple approvals that occur through this process. The agreements have to be made with the county to begin with, but then with each of the taxing entities, the school district, Price River Water Improvement District, and the Water Conservancy District. And each of those taxing entities agree up front whether they're willing to give part of the taxes that are paid back to the developer to help make that financially work. So that's in a nutshell what we're looking at here, and there's several things that we passed tonight, but the project that is in place right now, the taxes have begun to be paid as of 2024, and it's brought a big chunk of money in for both the county, the school district. Prywide gets a little bit, and the Water Conservancy District gets a little as well, but it's added to the tax pot, and it actually helps lower our personal home taxes. So each time these projects happen, it helps lower things. So
absolutely. One thing I'd like to address as well is the community involvement, not only using local services and companies that are here, but also the establishment of a scholarship to USU Eastern for local folks. A significant amount of money between the developer and those that were involved in this last project here. And if you'd like to speak to that, Luigi, and maybe describe your project, we'd welcome that.
Yes, good afternoon, commissioners, and my name is Luigi Resta. I'm the president and CEO of R Plus Energies. Thank you for having us once again, and it's really exciting to be part of the community. The first project, graphite solar project that we did here, I think we started in 2016, and back then solar wasn't going to be a savior, and I'm so glad to hear that the taxes are starting to come in 2024 and be beneficial. I'm also really excited about the fact that we've been able to do the local scholarship here, both on the graphite solar and then on the Green River solar project as well, that's down in Emery County. I don't know if collectively, I think we're over $450,000 of scholarships to the community. So very proud about that. This project, the RC Solar project, is located just to the north of the graphite on state land trust and the Jensen property. So it'll have a benefit both to the children of the schools through the SITLA lease payments, and then to the Jensen family for the next 40 years. So it's located there. It's not taking any high value land out of operation, but we look forward to this project moving. It's fully developed from a land control, from the conditional use permit that we have with the county as well. Right now, we're just working on the offtake contract, and as you guys are aware, last year Pacific Corp was really challenged with their contracting structures. We're anticipating that that's going to open up slightly, but there is a lot of uncertainty right now in the overall world related to tariffs and the Inflation Reduction Act, and how some of the tax credits may be available in the next, coming months. But this is one of the really critical steps in advancing the project, is getting the CRA in place. And you guys are great. And we do really appreciate, a mantra that I started 15 years ago in the state is build projects in the state, by the state, and for the state. And so the projects we have used a lot of the local resources, construction companies from Emory and Carbon County to build all three of these projects, and we look forward to continue doing that.
We appreciate it.
I might mention that the Jensen property you're referring to has no relation to me.
Yes.
Well, that was your birthday present, right?
And happy birthday, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
Unless you have any other questions.
we'll keep Antonio away from the microphone for tonight, but
I think you got to make him come up here.
he'll want to talk about sponsoring the rodeo, which appreciate you guys doing that as well.
We look forward
Staying
to doing
involved with the community.
it. Yeah, for years into the future.
I have no questions.
Okay.
You want a motion?
Yes.
I'll make the motion that we approve Resolution 2025-01, authorizing an interlocal agreement for RC Solar Community Reinvestment Project area.
And I'll step down in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Item number 7 is adjourn as the Carbon County Board of Commissioners and convene as the Redevelopment Agency of Carbon County.
I'll make the motion that we adjourn as the Carbon County Board of Commissioners and convene as the Redevelopment Agency of Carbon County.
And I'll step down in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So, did you want to talk about the development resolution?
Yeah, so this one specifically addresses each of the different taxing entities in an agreement between the county and each of those taxing entities that allows for us to send a bill to RC Solar and for their taxes. They pay their taxes in full. The check comes to the county. The county then takes, by state statute, we take 10% of that tax and put it into a housing fund for starter homes, affordable housing. And then we take 3% out of that for administration fees to take care of all of the bookwork that occurs with this project, and then the remaining money is split in half between each of those taxing entities, and half the money goes back to RC Solar. So that's how it works, and in order for us to move forward and be able to hold back some of that tax that we receive in the beginning, we enter into these agreements with the school district, Price River Water Improvement District, and the Water Conservancy District. So they get a check after those transactions occur.
Perfect. I appreciate you explaining that. We'll move to item number 8, which is consideration and possible approval of resolution number RDA 2025-01, authorizing the execution of the interlocal agreement for the RC Solar Community Reinvestment Project area.
I'll make a motion that we approve resolution number RDA 2025-01, authorizing the execution of the interlocal agreements for RC Solar Community Reinvestment Project area.
And I'll step down a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Item number 9 is consideration and possible approval of resolution RDA 2025-02, authorizing a participation agreement for the RC Solar Community Reinvestment Project area.
And it's just a continuation. There's a lot of documents and paperwork involved in these, so I
Lot of
have
steps.
nothing to add to that.
Okay. We'll go ahead and I'll step down and make a motion then that we issue approval of the resolution RDA 2025-02, authorizing a participation agreement for the RC Solar Community Reinvestment Project area.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. Item number 10 is adjourn as the Redevelopment Agency of Carbon County and convene as the Carbon County Board of Commissioners.
I'll make a motion that we adjourn as the Redevelopment Agency of Carbon County and convene as the Carbon County Board of Commissioners.
I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes. We are now the Board of Commission,
Motion to adjourn.
and we are now adjourned. So a lot of steps, a lot of phases. So